Right guys, welcome back to part 2 here at Boundary Lakes Golf Course, part of the Hilton Ageas Bowl Golf Resort. As I said, Hilton Hotel, Spa, Restaurant and a world-class cricket ground attached to the golf course, so very, very well set up for a stay and play break. Quick question, what is the best golf movie of all time? Personally, I would lean heavily towards Happy Gilmore. A lot of you old-timers, and I'm joking, a lot of people from a more seasoned generation might go for things like Caddyshack and stuff like that. One of them, as part of the conversation, is definitely going to be Tin Cup. And speaking of which, I watched Tin Cup last night before I headed down here, and I've decided, through part 2, holes 7 to 12 here at Boundary Lakes, I'm going to go all Rory McAvoy and take this course on. 7-iron challenge. This is the only club I can hit for the next 6 holes. How do you guys reckon I'm going to score? I've got 12 points so far through the first 6. I've got a sneaky suspicion I won't be on 24 points through 12 by the end of this part 2 at Boundary Lakes. But let's see. 7-iron challenge, here we come. Right guys, par 4, 7th hole, 371 yards. Trees all the way up the left and the whole canvas heavily from right to left, so I'm going to have to try and hit this 7-iron up the right, I think. And I'm going to try and de-loft it, get as much out of it as I can, kind of turn it into a 5-iron. That sort of idea. So yeah, massive low ropey hook in theory with 7-iron to start off the Rory McAvoy 6-hole challenge. This could be ugly. I can't hit that any better. That's as far as I can hit the 7-iron. Oh, front edge of the fairway, come on. By the way guys, if you want to check out holes 1 to 6 here at Boundary Lakes, link for part 1 is in the description if you didn't catch that video already. As I said, 12 points through the first 6, not too bad. A couple of big, I think I had a 4-pointer and a 3-pointer in there. So speaking of points, jump in the comment section right now. As I said, 7-iron challenge for 6 holes. How many points do you guys think I will get in this part of the course vlog? So 6 holes, 7-iron only, that's including putts. I'm going to be really ambitious and aim for 10 points through the next 6 holes, but let's be honest, I might not score any, and we might all be really shocked if I score more than that. But yeah, jump in the comment section, how many points Stableford will I get in the next 6 holes? Right guys, a bit of a blind second, definitely can't get there. I've got about 200 yards. I've gone for the 7-iron as part of this 7-iron challenge. I'm not really sure where the hole goes. According to the GPS, I think it's kind of over this hump here. I'm just going to, yeah, pump a 7-iron up there as far as I can get it. Hopefully get it within 20 or 30 yards of the green and maybe sneaking up and down. Again, low hooky 7-iron. I think I've hit that in the right direction, I'm not entirely sure. Right, ball located, right hand rough, chipping down to a pin tucked on the right, lots of slopes again on the green, and yeah, getting it close from here with a 7-iron. Not really fancying my chances. Ball's actually sitting okay, which helps a lot. Killed it into the slope. Sit down now. Sit. Sit. Oh, that has just held on to the back of that slope. If that runs any further, I think it's going down a pretty big drop off, and then I'd be looking at 7-iron flop shot. Thankfully, it stopped in a little spot where a little chip and run with 7-iron is not too ridiculous a shot to be hitting from here. And I've ripped that. (6-4-0). Maybe my prediction of 10 points was a lot more ambitious than I thought. There's an argument to be made here that I've picked the wrong set of holes to do this challenge on. 370 yard par 4, not overly long. It is if you're using a 7-iron. 540 yard par 5. I've not thought this through, have I? We've got a water hazard to go over as well off the tee. Should just about be able to reach the fairway. If I hit another of those like low hooky 7s, get a bit more yadas out of it, but this challenge would have been a bit easier had I done it from holes 1 to 6. Maybe I'll look at the scorecard next time, but come on, Rory McAvoy it. Can't hit it back. Oh, that's a big old 7-iron, that is. Middle of the fairway, come on. Right guys, middle of the 8th fairway, very, very good tee shot here on the 7-iron challenge. Blind second, I don't think that's relevant, let's be honest. I've got 335 yards left in. Hopefully I'll be able to get onto the green in 3 from here, as in 3 in total, 2 from here. I should be able to, yardage wise, uphill. And I suppose, despite the fact that I've definitely chosen the wrong set of holes to do this 7-iron challenge on, as I said, 540 yard par 5. At least I can rest assured knowing that, you know, the next hole isn't a 225 yard path. Oh, it is. So next hole's 225 yard par 3. We know the formula by now. De-loft it, aim it miles up the right and try and hit a low hook. There's a cart path actually up there, so if you path ball here, I might actually get a little bit closer than I might normally would, but yeah, that's fine. Bit too hooky, but still got eyes on it. Left side of the fairway. Should be able to get on in 3 from there. Right, 180 left to the pin. Pin is below the level where I'm hitting from now. So I'm guessing that's going to play closer to 170, which thankfully is basically my 7-iron yardage. Need to get out of the mindset now of hitting that low snap hooky one and just hit a normal one. It looks like a fairly tricky shot, but come on. On in 3 and 2 putt. Pretty sure that's on. It's about right side of the green, but good shot. Oh yeah, people. Middle of the green, about 20 feet for birdie. Come on! I'll take it. That's a fairly standard par there with 1 club. A lot better than the first hole of this experiment anyway. Come on, points on the board. Right guys, 9th hole, Boundary Lakes. This is what I was worried about. But luckily, I've had a bit of a stroke of luck. The tees today, or the white tees today, have moved a lot closer to the green. I've actually only got 165 to the pin, which is tucked back left. Gorgeous par 3, cheeky little pot bunker there at the front. Yeah, liking this. These holes starting to get better and better as we make our way around Boundary Lakes. And as I said, stroke of luck straight after getting a nice par in the 7-iron challenge. Hopefully, just take about a 90% 7-iron to get there on the green. Another 2 putts would be lovely. Question: if you guys were going to do a 10 cup challenge and you had to pick 1 club out of your set of 14 to play 18 holes with, which would you go for? Which club in your set do you think will give you the best possible chance of making a decent fist of getting an okay score if you're only limited to 1 stick? I've gone with 7-iron, channeling the inner Rory McAvoy. Come on. Oh, that could be interesting. It's a good shot, but it's definitely missed in the wrong spot. Yeah. Right, as I said on the tee, that was actually quite a nice shot. Really gorgeous strike. I've just pitched it around here and rolled out, and I've got very lucky not to have pitched it another 2 or 3 yards left because I'd be in that hazard. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't traditionally hit a 7-iron from this spot, I'm going to be honest. Well, that was quite a cute little shot if I don't say so myself, and now got a chance for another par. Whee! Close. I'll take a 4 though, considering the tee shot. Par 4 10th here at Boundary Lakes. 4 points secured through the first 3 holes of the 7-iron challenge. Not brilliant, but not disastrous either. Just popped out onto a gorgeous little downhill par 4. The yardages here at Boundary Lakes really jump about quite a lot. We just had a 540 yard par 5 followed by what would have been a 225 yard par 3. And now we're on a 226 yard par 4. So you really need to be on your toes when you're playing around here at Boundary Lakes. And yeah, we all know the drill by now. Low hooky 7-iron. And I reckon it's downhill 220ish. I'm not going to be a million miles short of the green. But the green is kind of upturned sorcery. So I could really be in a spot of bother when it comes to the short game stuff on this hole. Out over that tree on the right and bring it back, baby. Like that. I'm screwed when it comes to the next shot, even though that was a good one. Rip that 7-iron off the tee, straight over the tree with a load of hook as described, and look at what I'm faced with. This would be a hard shot with a 60-degree lob wedge, let alone forcing myself to do this with a 7-iron. So I'm going to try and, I guess, hit one into that bank, pop it up in the air, take a bit of pace off it. Anything on the green from here is a good shot. That is sitting up lovely, so I could like do the old John Rahm stuff, but I say I could do it, I could try it, I definitely couldn't do it. So I'm going to try and bang it into the bank as described and just pray that I get the bounce I need. Get up there, go! Oh, it's not exactly, that wasn't much good. So a couple of things are becoming quite apparent from this little challenge. Firstly, I'm concerned with the fact that I seem to be more accurate hitting a low, ropey, hooky 7-iron than I am when I just try and hit a normal shot with one. That's slightly concerning. And the second is, I'm not as good at this as Kevin Costner was. Rory McAvoy, golfing genius. Full disclosure, if that hadn't have hit the pin, dead centre, that was going off the other side of that green and down into a pretty nasty looking dell. So I will take the 4 and I will run very, very quickly to the 11th tee. Right, onto the 11th here at Boundary Lakes, and this hole is actually presenting kind of the opposite problem to a lot of the other ones have done so far. Obviously, I'm trying to get as much out of 7-iron as I can in a lot of instances because the holes are just too long to be just using this one club. This hole, however, 100-yard par 3, green perched halfway up a hill. If I come short, I'm rolling back down into 3 pretty nasty looking bunkers, and if I go long with no loft in my hand on my second shot, I'm in big trouble. Finesse required. Right up my street, that, isn't it? 100-yard 7-iron. I'm actually half tempted to like tee it up driver height and just try and lean back and whack it up in the air. But let's be honest, that could go horribly wrong. So little chippy lob shot type thing with a 7-iron really. Just like the last, anywhere on the green is decent from here. And yeah, not the hole you want to be missing long or short on, so let's see what we can do. That could be really good, go in. Right, I've hit that to about 15 feet. Oh, who needs 14 clubs? Jeez. Force of habit, I took my putter to the green and forgot what video I was filming. Pretty solid par though, I will take that. Thank some okay golf. It's just one club nonsense. Back-to-back pars. Yes, please. 12T, final hole of the 7-iron challenge, and I'm on 8 points through the first few holes of this video. So that 10-point target I set myself isn't out of reach. This is a shot hole as well, par 5, down a massive hill, blind tee shot. But I remember this one coming up the other one, and there's plenty of space down there. So you guessed it, low hooky 7-iron, see if I can get one in play, and should definitely be able to get home in 3 on this one, only 502 yards downhill. Let's see if we can finish off strong. 260 yards left in. If you do the maths, that means I hit that 7-iron off the tee, 240 yards. Nothing to do with the massive slope I've just hit it down, and nothing to do with the fact that I've de-lofted the club, turning it into a bit of a 5-iron and hitting a low chasey hook. Nothing to do with any of that, but must be said, again, a gorgeous looking hole. The 12th hole here at Boundary Lakes. Par 5, water just short of the green. I'm aiming probably my second shot over that water, trying to hit that hook and get as many yards out of this 7-iron as I can, which is obviously a little bit dangerous, but look at the view in the distance as well, the countryside, framing the golf course beautifully. Yeah, as I said, shot hole. Let's see if I can get, I don't know, I think within 50 yards would be a good hit from here and give me a decent chance if I'm in the fairway. Maybe even getting up and down for a birdie. I'm going to clean this after this little challenge as well. It's taking a bit of a beating, the old 7-iron. Just don't hit it straight and hit it into that water, please. Ah, that's perfect. Chase! Go! That's it now. Christ, that rolled for about 50 yards and nearly made it into the bunker, but just short. Alright, 65 yards, so not too far off the 50 I wanted to leave myself in. So just avoided this bunker on the left, which is lucky. I've got a fairly standard, it's just kind of chip and run. If I judge this well, I mean, I should get out of here with a par for a 3-pointer. But why did I just say that on camera? Hit it at the pin, just underplayed it slightly. Should be able to get that one down in 2 though. Right, I don't know whether to play this as a normal chip and run or to kind of blade it and putt it, so to speak. Putting's been going okay so far, but just going through a tiny bit of fairway. I think I might just go for the chip. Run, run. Oh, not really doing as well as I could have with that. So I've got a 5-footer to close this part out with a 3-pointer and a par. This to beat my 10-point target that I set myself. Nine, 10 on the dot. I'm no Rory McAvoy, but Mystic Meg, 10-point prediction, spot on. Right guys, there we have it. Played the first 450 odd yards of that hole with 2 shots. Played the last 60 yards in 4 for a 6 for 2 points, 10 points overall for part 2. So sitting on 22 points through 12 holes here at Boundary Lakes. Not doing too badly considering I just played the last 6 with a 7-iron. Tin Cup challenge, 7-iron challenge, all done. As I asked earlier in the video, if you were going to do a 1-club challenge, you wanted to give yourself the best possible chance of making a semi-decent score, which club out of your bag would you be picking? Remember, you have to putt with it as well. Right guys, there we have it. Tin Cup challenge, 1-club challenge, all done. 10 points on the number. Played the first 440 yards of this amazing looking par 5 in 2 shots, and then took 4 to do the last 60 yards. Anyway, 10 points through those 6 holes, not too bad at all really, and exactly what I predicted. Bringing me to 22 through the first 12. Last 6 holes, let's get through this. Running out of light slightly, so I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit. But thank you very much for watching. As I asked earlier in the video, if you were going to do a tin cup challenge and pick 1 club to play all 18 holes with, considering you have to putt with it as well, which club out of your set would get the nod? Post some comments down below and let me know. As always, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and let's see how I can get on the last 6 holes here at Boundary Lakes.